Alright, so here I am in my pajamas. As usual, just got done doing another project, and this showed up. This is from Lou, and Lou sent me his A4000D to take a peek at. She's double boxed, so we should be okay. And there's a problem with this one where the Zorro cards don't work. There is some U-177 poo. So I'm going to save all this packaging. Now I am going to have to take my A4000 apart. Alright, I got some unpacked. I got the 19,287 feet of packing material done. Here's Lou's cable, DB23 to VGA. We're going to check the pinouts on this. Got the 1084 right there, so we could give her a test on old RGB mode. Memory's still in it. We got Kickstart 3.1 in here. Schmutz, let's take a gander. Okay, so as you can see, she's a little crusty. And U-177, 976, 975 are kind of in the toilet. I already see some busted crap right on 975. Yeah, that's bad. We got broken legs off of one of the 166s, and this 174 here is pretty crusty. 09 Buster, you got a non-socketed Fat Gary and a non-socketed Ramsey. So that's kind of cool. It has had a 646 replaced on U703. It has not, 891 has not been touched. That's a 745, controls your fast RAM here. It's right literally on the butthole of the battery when it kind of barfs out all this crap. There is corrosion in between most of the pins of 975. Let me see if I can get you in here. So she's going to require a little bit of medicinal help. So as you can see, 891 looks like a baby threw up on it. Here on 976, these three pins don't even exist really. They're there, but they're just gone. There's traces and nubs. So we'll swap those out. 975 to another 166. It's crusty, but there. The RPs here, the resistor packs, as you can tell, are a little bit burnt. It's like whoever did this had massive battery damage, and they just alcoholed it and let it be. There's traces that run up here through 177 to get to 975 and 976. We'll go over that. We'll fire it up, and that is broken. I'll get the fiberglass pen out. We'll give her a little butt wipe and see if we can get her cleaned up a little bit. Look at the shine on that. She's pretty. She's in good condition. She's a Rev B 92. Still got the original Shoeis, and there is crust on the caps. Look at that one. This Shoei is leaking. Can you see that? Can I get in there? She's that's why she's leaking. Whoa. What do you see right in there? We got a little dull solder crust, so we'll pop her out. That might explain some Zorro slot issues. The graphics have a ton of ceramics in there, and we'll have to go through all that stuff. But I can guarantee you right now, these guys, all 5 of them, are going to be replaced. So, yay. They're axials. Luckily, I have a whole boatload of these left over from the 2000. We're also missing some copper here. She's etched out on the bottom. Look at that. Can you see that? Not too bad. There you go, right where that light's kind of... So, not too bad. But, you know, ferrite bead's intact, not cracked. That's good. Resistor packs are all there. When you wash something and you tank it, appearances can deceive. So I'll make sure I put my fingers all over everything just to give it that texture it so desires. So, yeah, sorry. Step 1 of the repair is this. This is a cable that is just, I don't know. So we know that my A600, she works. So we're going to use this cable at 19.2 feet to swap out the monitor cable here. So we're just going to let this boot. As you can see, she's clear. So we're going to turn this off. I'm going to stick my Taco Corona belly in the screen here. Now, because I have my walls freshly painted and decided that I'm going to put all my Amigas out like a moron instead of keeping them in storage because I thought it would look cool It's become more of an inconvenience than anything, but we're going to see what happens. Okay, so there's your answer. It's your cable. And then I'll have to put a male end on here because, as you know, this one's incorrect and she's female. Back of a 1084 is a female plug, so you need the right there. Not in the best of shape. As you can see right here, the Varda has been removed, but it farted all over the board, and she farted real down low, and the caps have been replaced, and it's an okay cap job. There's a couple bad spots that I have to fix, but for the most part, it's pretty clean. If I just cover my hand up, it looks great. It looks like it's been tanked. You can see the reflectivity. There's no fingerprints all over it besides the ones I'm putting on it. It has some wipe marks where I can see like something's been scrubbed around here. I haven't touched alcohol or anything up here yet. It's got some smudge on the chips. My main concern was 976 and 975. There are literally no pins left. There's nothing. Look at that. There's no pins for 177. 975 was so bad when I removed it to clean it, the pads are so bad I had to scooter on up. So you'll see this chip is shoved way north. But that is just so I could get the one little nub of the pad left. Doing some continuity tracing, most of the highways north here on each of these pins are freaking toast. So if it looks bad here, you know her under her skirt's going to look like crap too. And it does. So right now this board suffers from Zorro lack, meaning these traces here I have to do some continuity on. I scraped away as best I could, but she is just all peppered up, and I have to really go through here. The resistor packs are all there's literally nothing left on this side. So she's gonna get a lot of bodge wire, and luckily I have 8,727 feet of it. I'm having a weird reset signal off of Buster, and I think that's gonna be the Zorro issue. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna bore you with it, is just start going through it. I will have to work seriously on 177. The 975 and 976 traces seem to be working when I probe all the address lines. This one, yeah, that's just gone. Holy crap. So I spent the last hour getting this clock chip out. And it's got a liquid of acid on it. This is not flux because I didn't flux it. I just did some over solder and solder braid, and yeah, she's liquid yuck. So I wiped one time. I don't know if you can see how green that is. She's green and she's juicy. 5 hours later, I had to entirely make U177's teeth. Like every single wire. This hot glue is just to hold my work until I put the chip on. I haven't even done the top side yet. So I've been trying to tin the pins. I got one done on the top and I'm working my way this way. So all these are done on the bottom. I put the resistor pack in here to hold the wires because I still have to do all that crap because I did those. We had to run a little bit of wire to bridge some circuits for the Buster. She's got her tooth back in here, and the hot glue is just to hold the wire in place while my pickle fingers work. I had to wire all the teeth on the bottom, as I showed you earlier. But now she's in here. I'm just doing some continuity testing from 177 over to the ROMs, and using Amiga PCB Explorer, we're able to trace these out with some continuity tests. And I know 177 is just a tad crooked. It's actually not. The solder is a little crooked. And yeah, that's why this chip. I started to do this one, and I'm leaving this one the hell alone. I did notice that one of these gals over here have been changed on. And there's some flux, major flux around this area. So she's had some chip work done to her in the past, and they didn't do a good job at cleaning up their flux. Cover your traces, guys. If you're gonna work on stuff and sell this garbage for a premium price, and con people into this is a perfectly working motherboard and it's a turd, go ahead. I don't know what the person paid for this board. So let's continue on. Somebody came into my house and put an alien in my trash can. This is not just from this repair. That's what I recycle my bottles in, so I'm not like boozing it up while I'm repairing stuff, or I wouldn't be that good. Not with these fingers. So anyway, I will continue on. Ooh, loose that sucker. You're eating too much there, fatty. See you in a minute. I'm running out of energy. I might pick this up tomorrow, and hopefully I won't be wearing the same clothes, but you never know. Hi, welcome to day 3. I put another shirt on. And anyway, I have the 177 all wired back up, and when I say wired, like I was saying last night, wired. I will fix the hot glue in a bit. I put the resistor pack back in because I had to bodge a lot of the wires to it. So I raised it up just a little bit so the wires would be able to ride the highway next to it. I'm going to now do the RTC, but I ran out of 18 pin sockets. I have 20, so like what I was saying before, I like to just push up on one of these, and you can pull the last 2 out, and that's what I do. That way I can put it in here and have it the correct direction, but I kind of scoot her down one so she'll be socketed incorrectly, and the blank pin will then be on the back and it won't go in anyway. It'll only fit the correct way. And just like that, the clock chip is soldered in. She's starting to look like an Amiga again. Well, Amiga 4000. She's got some belly scars, and so far we're 4 chips replaced, 2 166s, 1 745, and 1 RTC. I have probably about 10 hours into this board, and I am not even close to being done. After endless scraping, stabbing myself with the scraper, having tip issues with the soldering iron, cleaning said tip a couple times. Clock chip is back in. I gotta remove the wire glob of hot glue right here. Like I said before, I just use hot glue to kind of hold the wires in place while these pickles get in there. And I don't have a hot glue gun, so what I use is a camping lighter, and I just heat it up and kind of, that's why it looks like total butt sauce. So anyway, I think I am ready to clean up a little bit. Okay, when I said clean up, I meant like scoot everything off to the side out of the camera's range. It's really a mess in here. There's Amiga PCB Explorer. So I have the Chinesium SCART to HDMI thing. She's plugged into the back. I just got my keyboard sitting on top, and if you recognize this pretty loose tooth wrapper, that is my 3640 out of my Amiga 4000, which I disassembled just a little bit so I could borrow some parts to test on this girl. What ROMs are in here? I'm just going to take install 3.1 just in case. You can sit right there. So anyway, this is 10 hours of repair. We have no signal on the screen. I only put the chip RAM in right now just to see if it works. Ready? Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Where's my mouse? I don't have one. I should get a ROM screen in like 20 seconds. I have to use the close one. Alright, look at that. There we go. Helps if I put the power to the metal. Alright, let's see if we can boot install. So we got 3.1 ROM, Workbench 3. Booting. Oh, I need a mouse still. Please don't blow up because I'm breaking the rule. Don't do this. But since I can repair it, I can do that. So we have Workbench, 2 megs of chip, 0 fast. So, we know she boots. Now, let me put some RAM in it. Slap them in there. Alright, so we got 16 megs of fast, 2 megs of chip, and we're going to press the button. It's going to look for the hard drive, which I don't have, and the RTC. I don't know if it's even working yet. We'll see. Let's just, can you work with me here? Let's just use my hard drive. It's OS 3.9, but you know, let's just see if we get a light. Yeah, it has to have the hard drive plugged in. It boots right away. And it's my 4000s, one of the builds. I got like 2 or 3 of them. So you'll see all my stuff. Alright. I can't run 3.9 apps on 3.1. So this isn't really going to be great. In order to test on it, I'm gonna be borrowing my Spectrum. It's getting kind of crowded in here, but I just want to see if I have a bus now, because if not, it's back to work. Nope, no expansion board, so we're still having some busted stuff. That's just great. And I know half of these pads over here are just gone, but a lot of these on 976 and 975 are for the keyboard and joystick, or the mouse and the joystick, and my mouse is working. I traced most of them except for a couple bottom ones. I do have to run a couple other pins, or a couple of other wires, excuse me. On a plus note, she boots. Turn this off. I'm going to take my drive out and take my disc out. Let's see if she powers up normally. Just to the ROM. Perfect. We're going to toss Diagram in here and see what she sees.